Come on, quick!
Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
Hello and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I am Luke Owen and I'm sorry my wife filmed that video in portrait. Well, it's been a good run. When you think of the word lion, you might think of the delicious chocolate bar, the band who did the theme tune to the 1987 Transformers movie, or New Japan's Young Lions. A young lion is a rookie who is training in the New Japan Pro Wrestling system, with such illustrious alumni as Hiroshi Tanahashi before he had glorious hair, and former IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada. So Young Lions are like the feeder system to New Japan's main roster, not unlike NXT is to Raw and SmackDown Live. And it seems as though the stars of NXT wanted to face the Young Lions in a tug of war while in San Antonio. When they found out there were no Young Lions there, they played tug of war with an actual lion.
There we go. Come on, guys. You got this. There we go. Don't feel too bad. Just let us know when you guys are ready to tap out. Moving it.
He's not moving.
Speaking of NXT, and many of its wrestlers will be heading to the United Kingdom again next week, after a quick trip over for Download Festival last weekend, to tape their upcoming United Kingdom Championship tournament. The current champ Pete Dunne will defend his title at the Royal Albert Hall, against the winner of the tournament, which features the likes of Dave Mastiff, Flash Morgan Webster, Travis Banks, and Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. And speaking of Dunne, WWE COO Triple H had very praising things to say about him. During a conference call to promote the UK shows, Triple H was asked by the Daily Express who he sees from the UK talent pool who could be a future WWE champion, with Hunter pointing to the Bruiserweight. I see a lot of talent there, but a guy that stands out to me the most is Pete Dunne. If I had to pick one guy, it would be Pete, but there is a lot of talent that I feel could be the next one to move to the main roster and really make an impact. Triple H also had his now traditional conference call with the wrestling press about the upcoming NXT Takeover Chicago, along with confirming that Ricochet did tweak his shoulder but will be fine for the show, and saying he's seeing major improvements in Lars Sullivan and Adam Cole, Beyblade. He also talked about Paul Ellering's role in the company. Ellering was the manager of the Authors of Pain, but the tag team dumped him as soon as they debuted on the main roster after WrestleMania. Many speculated this was due to Ellering not wanting to be on the road full time, but the man himself said this wasn't the case on Twitter. Triple H revealed that he was not part of the decision to split Ellering from Authors of Pain, but did say that he could pair him up again with another NXT talent at some point.
So I didn't know whether Paul would even be interested in it or not, but what I did was that when they kind of got the call and got the nod and Paul wasn't going to go with him, I pulled Paul aside. I said, look, I don't want to do it today because I feel like I don't want it to come across as a substitution. I told him then, I want to look for something else. I want to look for the right thing, and when I have it, I'll give you a ring, and if you're still free and available, love to do it.
And if Brian Alvarez of Figure 4 Online is to be believed, we may now know why Authors of Pain haven't been on TV for a while. Authors of Pain debuted on the Raw after Mania, but within just a few weeks had been relegated to main event and haven't been on Raw since. Similarly, it was announced that Sanity would be debuting for SmackDown Live after WrestleMania, with promos being aired on a weekly basis, but their names haven't been mentioned for over a month now. According to Alvarez, the reason for this is because WWE had planned on having 3 Money in the Bank ladder matches on this Sunday's pay-per-view.
There was, in fact, going to be a tag team Money in the Bank ladder match this year. There were going to be 3 of them. Men's, women's, and tag team. The way that it was explained to me was, there's 6 weeks between pay-per-views, and so they didn't want to announce all 3 matches on the same evening. So they announced the men's one, they announced the women's one. They started going to work on that. They shot all the promos for the tag teams, getting ready for the tag team Money in the Bank ladder match. And then the idea was, well, let's just wait a couple of weeks. We have 6 weeks now. We'll wait a few weeks and then we'll announce there's going to be a tag team. And of course, over that course of time, they decided there's not going to be one.
Check out Inside the Ropes Event Center preview for those United Kingdom shows next week, featuring Ricochet, Trent Seven, and NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. I have been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.